Colorado High School Activities Association football is on Morgan County's B106, b106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tonight from Legion Field in Fort Morgan, it is senior night here. So we will recognize seniors tonight. And right now, along with my broadcast partner, Kevin Ruddy, this is Brian Nickel. They have landed a Flight for Life helicopter out on the field. And I know sometimes they bring the game ball in, so we'll see what they're. I see Harrison Chisholm running over to the captains on the other side. So
probably not making the pilot very happy that they ran in front of the helicopter. You're not supposed to approach from the front of those. No. From the sides where the pilot can see you.
So it looks like they're just trying to get them together on this side to do the coin flip and stuff. So I know they've done this in the past. It's also First Responders Night. First Responders and Military Appreciation Night.
Hopefully the first responders don't have to go out.
That's for sure.
Tonight.
They don't even have an ambulance here yet, but it's within 10 minutes.
Who needs an ambulance when you have the Flight for Life?
This is true. Might be tough to play around him, but
yeah. I bet they'll get here.
That'd be a tough win to try to throw over, huh?
Yes.
So that's kind of a cool thing here that the schools and Flight for Life put together to be able to do this. And our pregame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. So kind of a, I don't know if I did not see if they brought the ball in. They have both sets of captains on this side, but
they did bring a ball. Coach
did they?
Has it.
Okay. I didn't see if they did a coin flip or not. The refs aren't out there, I don't believe.
No. I think it was just the helicopter crew shook hands with the players and everything. It's a beautiful, crisp fall evening for football. Fort Morgan's last home game of the season. Unfortunately, it's against the #1 team in the league. Only undefeated team in the league.
And #3 team in the state.
I don't know if you saw last night that Thompson Valley lost to Pomona, or to Roosevelt. So Pomona's pretty much wrapped up the league title. Well, I guess they have to play Thompson Valley next week. And
right.
If they lost, then it could be a three-way tie. But anyway, the helicopter is lifting off.
Yeah, Roosevelt beat Thompson Valley last night 34-22. I got a video of that, didn't do it.
So Pomona, their star quarterback is number
3, Tucker Ingersoll.
Yep. He's thrown for like 15 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns.
18 touchdowns with only 4 interceptions. He's 77 of 124 for 1,331 yards. He's also rushed 32 times for 228 yards and 3 touchdowns. So looks like they're all gonna. Both teams are gonna
join hold of the flag. Hopefully, it doesn't become a tug of war. I doubt that. These are high school students after all.
Yeah.
And so then their star running backs. I know #2 runs a lot. And like you said.
Yeah, Louis Santana Tucker does. Other than that, Jaden Molina has 17 receptions for 6 touchdowns. Emmett Munson, a senior running back, 43 carries, 227 yards, 4 touchdowns. Also has 5 receiving touchdowns. Ethan Yu, a senior, 57 carries, 361 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
They definitely spread it around. They have a lot of players that have quite a few carries and touchdowns and a lot of receivers. So a lot of skilled players on this Pomona team.
If they get them, we may have to open that window so we don't get a glare if we want to try and get a picture of that flag out there. I'll try not to move my. I think that one's already. Oh, I locked it on you. There we go.
There we go. Gonna have the flag in the right orientation. Hopefully they have the stars to the top.
That's pretty cool. Both teams with the flag. We'll try and get a picture of that and send it back to Christy here shortly.
Yeah, the field's dressed out nice with red, white, and blue stripe down the 50-yard line and a white star.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we honor America with the national anthem.
Yeah, the national anthem.
Tonight,
We'll just
the
keep it
national
right here
anthem
for
will
now.
be performed by the Fort Morgan High School senior Kenzie Rao and Javi Molina. Color Guard, retired Army National Guard Staff Sergeant Kelly Hume and his wife Susan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rendered the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Very nicely done.
Yeah, that's a beautiful rendition. That's nice to see both teams cooperating out there to do that. They must have called Pomona ahead of time and got clearance for that.
So they stand out there and are together on the flag out there, and then they got to go out and beat each other in the head for
Yes.
a football game. So, but our keys to the contest: B&B Appliance. With over 30 years of experience, B&B Appliance can help match the appliances to your needs. Stop by at 502 Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. Well, you can take your pick how you want to stop this team. It's not going to be very easy. They're averaging, see if I can get my numbers here. Passing yards per game is 182. They have 19 passing touchdowns, or 162 yards rushing per game. They have 17 rushing touchdowns. So they get it into the end zone either way. So the defense is just going to have to play one of their better games tonight.
Going to definitely have to come up in the box to stop that run, and those DBs in the back are going to have to play some man-to-man and win those individual battles. Going to have someone spy the quarterback, because he does have a lot of rushing yards and touchdowns.
Yep. Yeah, 1,331 passing yards and 228 yards on the ground, so 3 touchdowns. Pomona is 7-1 overall,
It's now time.
3-0 in league, and they beat Roosevelt 23-15, beat Severance 27-13, and beat Mountain View 46-0.
Ingersoll. Number
So
2,
the only one that was
Luis
really a big
Santana.
victory
Number
was
70,
Mountain View. That was the
Leon
46-0. So they haven't
And
blown
number
people
30,
out, but
Ethan
who knows
Fu.
what leads up to that too. Don't know what
Captains for the Mustangs.
how the game
Number
goes.
8,
So
J.J. Marquez. Number
we will.
23,
It seemed like they played
Isaiah
some pretty
Ortiz.
stout
Number
opponents in
13,
the first half
Ben
of the season.
Chrysler. And number
Yeah,
88,
they're
Broden Jeffs.
averaging 34 points a game and giving up only 11.6. So got a pretty good defense along with a pretty good offense. Also being senior night here, we will.
They took their cue from Thompson Valley last week, having it at halftime, and Fort Morgan's going to have theirs at halftime.
Yep.
I hope they don't have the videos,
Yeah.
that it doesn't take quite as long, but we will see. We got to honor those seniors who put in 4 years out here at Legion Field and on the road, representing the Mustangs well.
Yep. So coin toss. We'll see who they look at. Looks like Pomona won the toss, and we'll see if they defer or if they want the ball and go downfield.
Pomona has won the toss.
And they will receive, so they want
And elected
they want to get that
receive.
offense out there on the field right away.
Yep. A lot of kids in pink for Pomona, as well as some for Morgan, as it's the
And
last
now, Mustang fans, please
last
join
day
the
of
band and the
breast
cheerleaders
awareness.
Yep.
in singing the fight song.
And,
So our starting lineup, it won't be the starting lineup. We're just going to give you the seniors tonight, and that's brought to you by Stubbs. Sports fans, when you're traveling, you need one stop that has it all on I-76. Take exit 66A in Wiggins at Stubbs. The seniors for the Fort Morgan Mustangs is Juan Sanchez Calvillo, J.J. Marquez, Ben Fritzler, Jaden Carrera, Isaiah Ortiz, Julian Benitez, Leo Caraveo, Oscar Meza, and Broden Jess. So we'll see who they have back for their kick returners. Number 2 is one of them, Luis Santana. Santana has 36 carries for 217 yards, also 17 receptions for 284 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 4 in the air.
and he's a big part of this offense.
I can't see the number on the other side. 30
30-something. I'm
Kicking.
thinking it's probably Ethan Vu. Number 30 is another one of
That's
those
a possibility.
all-around players that do a lot for him.
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
So kicking off for the Fort Morgan Mustangs will be Urban Melendez Corona, a junior. Still got to get the referees in their correct position. And that was a
Kickoff is
squib
down
kick,
at
just
the
like they have been
29-yard
doing.
line.
Apparently trying to keep it away from their
Pomona will begin
receivers.
first and 10.
And that will be at their own 29-yard line, 28 maybe. Let's see where they finally put it at. First and 10 at the 29-yard line of their own 29. Quarterback Tucker Ingersoll, he's just a junior. 2 receivers left, 1 right with a setback next to Ingersoll, and that's going to be a handoff up the middle, and that is to Luis Santana, and he gets downfield in a hurry as he gets it out to the 45-yard line.
Number 2, Luis Santana on the carry.
Opening up
Gain
some
is
holes
good
and
for Panthers,
getting up there
first down.
quick. Didn't
Ball at
quite
the
get to the
44-yard
45.
line.
It'll be to the 44. So it was first and 10.
Fort Morgan's not really going all the way out on the wide receiver on this side. I think the coaches will probably pick up on that and send a go route at some point.
2 receivers left, 1 right, going to put a man in motion, and that is Ethan Vu. Now they're going to relocate Santana to the right. going to be a handoff up the middle. Good blocking up there, and he is quick as he gets downfield into Morgan
Santana
territory,
again on the carry.
down
Stopped
to
by number
the Fort
13,
Morgan
Henry
41-yard
Fitzler.
line.
Gain is good for Panthers. First down at the 41-yard
So
line.
another first down, 3 first downs start off the game.
Yeah, 3 15-yard runs.
So first and 10, Pomona, the Pomona Panthers. Head coach is Nate Johnson. Fort Morgan head coach Harrison Chisholm. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Going to put a man in motion, and that is Santana around the right side. Across the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20.
Number 2.
Getting some good blocking up front
Luis
and
Santana on
downfield,
the
and
carry.
he is quick. He's started to the right and then cut it back
Stopped
up the
at
middle.
20-yard line. First down,
Yeah, no one's
Panthers.
touching him till he's 10 yards down the field.
Yep. I don't know if I have any
On the front. Fort
sizes on
Morgan's
these
got,
guys. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. But 2 receivers now to the right, 1 to the left. Santana in motion, handoff around this right side once again. The 20. And he will be run out of bounds just short of the first
Santana
down,
on
it
the
looks like.
carry. Steps out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
At the 12.
Second down.
So second and 2 after that 8-yard run.
Santana, 5'8", 170-pound senior.
He split wide left. 1 to the right. Going to be a handoff up the middle, number 33, and he is going to get into the end zone untouched. Wow. And that is Emmett
Number
Munson.
13, Isaiah Sierra on the carry. Gain is good for a Panthers touchdown.
So touchdown run. That took less than 2 minutes off the clock. Touchdown run. That was Emmett Munson, right? Number 33. Get ready for the point after, and that is up and right through the uprights for the
Extra point attempt by
PAT.
Chase Keaton is good.
So the Mustangs on the short end of the score here. Now we see why Pomona chose to take the ball to start off the game.
Yeah, and those 6 plays, they pretty much established their game plan and their dominance. And I mean, we can't bring any more up on the box. We already have 8 in the box trying to stop them. We only have 1 or 2, 3 guys back there playing man-to-man. So if they choose to pass, that's going to be wide open as well.
Yeah, and I'd heard they don't like to go downfield a lot, but I guess you don't have to. If you can run the ball like that, that'll shorten the game for sure. So,
And if they throw a short to players
Right.
like that, it's going to go long.
yeah. So the
All right,
Mustangs.
let's see what the Mustangs can do against the Pomona defense.
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
Got Frankie back and Dom Marquez for the Mustangs that are deep. And that ball will come to Marquez about the 5. He drops it, picks it back up at the 10, at the 15, gets outside a little bit, going to cut back 20, and gets finally pushed out about the 25-yard line.
That's a pretty good recovery
Number
by him. He
25,
bobbled
Dominic
that ball.
Marquez on the
I thought he was
return.
going to be in trouble, but he made a couple moves and
Return
kind of
to
a
the
weird couple steps there.
25-yard line.
Got him
First down.
upfield.
Yep, yeah, he's I'd like to see him in the passing game. Maybe, probably won't happen this year, maybe, but maybe in the coming years. He is one fast kid, so get him out in the open and see what he can do. So 2 receivers left, 2 right. Fritzler in the backfield behind JJ. Snap back, pass out here to the side to Frankie, and he is going to be driven out of bounds
Pass is completed to number
for
7,
about
Frank
a
Urias.
5-yard gain. Let's see if they're going to give him the 30.
Looks like a 5-yard gain, second down.
He'll mark it at the 30, so 2nd and 5.
And like in games past, we start with that short passing game, and that kind of brings them up, and then maybe we can dump one over the top on them. But we just can't get second and long, third and long.
Snap, handoff to Fritzler, and he is going to get 1, maybe 2 yards.
Number 13, Ben Fritzler on the carry.
Maybe a third
Looks
down.
like a 2-yard gain on the play.
Got him out to the 32.
Helping
So
out
third
with the
and
stop,
3.
number 33, Emmett Munson.
Cooper Chisholm left. Frank Urias to the left also. Isaiah Ortiz and Broden Jess. Snap back to JJ. And they're coming in on him, and they're going to, it was a pitch back to Fritzler. Nice job there by the Mustangs. Heads up by JJ Marquez. And Fritzler to be right there because JJ was going down, and he pitched it back to Ben Fritzler. Got it out to the 42-yard line. So a nice 10-yard gain.
They didn't draw it up that way, though.
I don't think so. I think that was supposed to, that was a designed pass, I believe, but I don't know if it was going to be, I'm surprised Fritzler was back there. Maybe he was there to help block, but anyway, it worked. First and 10 Mustangs out at the 42. Snap back, it's over JJ's head, and he's going to have to go down. That's going to be back inside the 30. No, they're going to say maybe the 31. So that would be, that's a 9-yard, no, that's a, what, 11-yard loss?
So now does that go as a sack?
Number 35, Maddox Nahara on the sack.
Sack?
However you want to do it, Kevin.
Well, I just want to be fair, I certainly know very little about statistics.
It's like they're changing
Football stats.
footballs out.
I mean, as a math major, I know a lot about statistics, but not how they keep track of football statistics.
The only thing I know is a sack comes off of the passing yardage, so.
And that's what we're going to count that as.
Chisholm left, snap back to Marquez, and he is going to be, it's going to be a pitch forward. No, what are they calling? Were they calling him down?
They're calling it an incomplete pass because it hit the ground.
Oh, okay,
Throwing
did
is
not
an
see that.
incomplete pass. Third down.
So, third and 21 from the 31.
Yeah, he's got about a half a second once he sets up to pass, and if he doesn't pass, then they're on him.
Yeah, they're coming through there. Coming through there pretty quick.
Okay.
Only a 3-man front.
Wildcat.
Snap through the hands of Fritzler, but he pulls it down, and he is not going to get anywhere back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down inside the 30.
Stop made in the
Back at
backfield
the
by number 33,
28-yard
Emmett
line.
Munson.
28, 27. Let's see
That'll
about
bring
the
up fourth
28-yard
down.
line.
I wouldn't have been too surprised if that would have been a quick punt, on the third down, because he was in there and it looked like there's no way you're going to run third and, 22.
So 4th and 24 from the 28. Munson back at his own 40. Snap. Frankie with a nice line drive kick to Munson at the 45 at the midfield, and nice tackle there for the Mustangs by Irvin Melendez Corona, their kicker.
Number 33, Emmett Munson on the return.
Nice, better than what happened last week with the kicking game. The punting game did not go well last week for the Mustangs.
Pomona will begin, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, Pomona from the Mustang 48. 6:54 to go. Opening period. Pomona leads at 7-0 after they go down and score on their first drive. Going to be a pass down this right sideline, and that's a nice pass, but it was about 5 yards over the head of his intended receiver, Sebastian Reyes.
nice. I think you're saying that it's pretty
That-
spiral.
it is, yeah.
And it was nice arc and everything. But yeah, he was way off on that one, and his receiver was wide open. If he could have just took 4 yards off of that,
Yeah.
we would have been lining up for the extra point.
Pomona gets their instructions signaled in from the sideline. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Double backfield with Ingersoll, 1 on each side. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff around the left side to Santana, and he has got some blocking. 30, 25, 20, 15. Got some blocking downfield, and he is going to be into the end zone. Wow. He is fast. He
Number
got
2,
out there, and
Luis
he had some
Santana
blockers
on the
down in front of
carry.
him there.
Gain is good for a Pomona Panthers
And
touchdown.
that is a 48-yard touchdown run by Santana.
Luis Santana,
Yep.
quite the athlete.
Yeah.
I would have to say that he's the best back that we've seen this season for sure.
Line up for the point after try. Snap back, down, up, and it is up and good for the 14-0 lead here with
Extra point
6:38
attempt is good.
left here in the first quarter. This first quarter is brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. So we'll see what the Mustangs can do on this drive. They're, of course, this Pomona defense, as I said earlier, only gives up a little over 11 points a game. They're averaging 35.
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
3-0 in league, 7-1 overall. The only loss, I think, was to Dakota Ridge, maybe a 4A team. Chase Keaton with the kickoff. Going to be to Dom Marquez at the 10, 15, the 20, 25, 26 maybe.
Number 25, Dominic Marquez on the return.
So
Stop at the 26 yard
About
line.
the
First
same as
down.
last time. 1 yard further downfield, so they've just got to sustain a drive and keep their defense off the field for a little bit.
Yep. 1st and 10 from their own 27. Three receivers to the right, Chisholm to the left. Handoff to Fritzler, and nothing there. He is going to be brought down at the 25-yard line, be a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 from the 25, just nothing there. They have a pretty good sized defensive line. Was it a 3-4 they're running? 99,
Yeah.
65.
Number
those are
33,
some-
Emmett Munson on the
Yeah,
stop. in the
65
backfield.
goes 5'11", 245. 99,
yeah.
they don't have his
Okay.
size. It didn't fit on the paper.
Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his right, and he is going to come down, be brought down in the sack, and he looks like he is hurt. I don't know if it was his leg or if it was his shoulder again. But he was sacked back inside the 20, back to about the 18. But that's not our worry right now. He's holding that left shoulder.
That's the one he hurt
Yep.
earlier. And they kind of
We
dragged
have
him down
an
on
injured
that.
Mustang on the play.
Let's see if they're getting Aiden Brown
Number 8, JJ Marquez.
warmed up here. They're going to need
Hopefully he'll
somebody.
be back on the field soon.
Trying to see if Aiden's out there. Maybe he's already out there. He may be done for the night.
Well, he's holding that shoulder, and it was a separation the first time. That's
Yep.
right where the separation is.
Hate to see that with senior night, his last home game.
Timeout, Mustangs.
Trying to see if anybody is. I don't see anybody. Oh, where are we at here? Trying to see if anybody was warming up. I have yet to pick up Aiden Brown.
Yeah, I didn't see him out in the huddle.
Dom Marquez is going in. Oh, they're going to take the timeout and run JJ back out there. Maybe they get that initial pain away from it and sting away from it. Maybe he'll be okay. But man, once they know that,
Well, and he's getting hit every play.
yeah,
That time just by one, kind of dragged down roughly, but the other times it's been 2 or 3 guys piling on, and I'm feeling for JJ.
so 3rd and 22 now from the 18.
But I'm not seeing.
I was trying. Yeah, I don't see number 11. I don't see Aiden Brown. Oh, JJ came back out. So
But I don't see him on the sideline at all. So I wonder if he's not available and they'd have to go to a.
well, it looks like it's going to be Fritzler running the show to here for a little while. It's going to be direct snap back to Fritzler. He's going to get outside at the 10, at the 15, and he is going to be brought down. He might give him forward motion to the 15. That's going to be against Fort Morgan. I would guess they would probably decline that. Holding on the Mustangs, decline. That will bring up a 4th down.
The holding penalty is declined.
That was a loss of, what,
4th
3.
down.
So 4th and 25 back at the 15.
So they truly were going to run the Wildcat
Yep.
probably that last time. Well, they just got so much speed and strength.
Yep. So Frank Urias to punt. He stands just outside the goal line. Snap back. Another line drive punt, and it's going to land about the 48, but it went out of bounds just a little bit before that, I think. But this ref will walk it back, and we'll say the 40. The Mustang 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line. 1st down, Pomona.
5:15 to go here, first quarter. Pomona leads at 14-0. And they will have the 3rd possession here for them, starting at their Mustang 45.
Just 2 plays to score last drive.
Santana in motion, left to right. It's going to be an inside handoff this time, and nice defensive job there. And that is going to be Jack Worth on the tackle. Now another Mustang is down. There's number 70, Leo Caraveo, another senior.
Number 70, Leo Caraveo.
So who ran that one?
Hopefully be out in the field soon.
Was it Munson?
Yeah.
Got 2.
2nd and 8 from the 43. 2 receivers right, going to put Santana in motion once again, right to left. Pass out here in the flat down to the 40, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and he was. They're going to give him the touchdown. Apparently he did not get pushed out. Cooper Chisholm tried to get him right there at the end, but they're saying he got in.
Number 18, Jaden Molina on the reception.
So Jaden Molina with a screen pass out in the flat. Takes it 43 yards for the touchdown.
Pomona touchdown.
Sue Molina.
And it's a track race.
Yep. Well, I don't know about you, but I think I can do this game without the window up. Kick is up and good for the 21-0. Little breeze out of the north is chilling down here, so we're going to close our window tonight and do it through the window.
I wonder who their 13 quarterback would be, or whether they would just try and run it with Fritzler from the Wildcat the whole time.
Maverick Glenn is their JV. That's who's warming up right now, is Maverick Glenn, a freshman. I am not seeing Aiden Brown. I do not see him out here tonight.
He may just be sick.
Standing on the sideline over here, if that's him in his uniform.
Let's all
There you go.
rise for the kickoff.
So Frankie and Don Marquez once again back at the goal line waiting for the kickoff from Chase Keaton. This time it's going to bounce and it's going to go to Frankie at the goal line at the 5, at the 10, the 15, at the 20. Keeps fighting, keeps dragging some defenders along. Finally gets out to about the 22.
You know, the number of plays run by both teams is not too far off. Fort Morgan's ran it 5 times and Pomona 8, and they've each passed twice. But the big difference is the results of those passing and running.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. I'd like to see them, how far they get in the playoffs. Who would be able to match up with this crew? Snap back to JJ in there once again. He's going to hand off to Fritzler, and he is going to be, looks like a gain of no gain at all. 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Oops,
So just
wrong sheet here.
too big and fast, and of course they're playing those linebackers up pretty close. JJ on the right side. That pass is going to be well over the head of the intended receiver, Isaiah Ortiz, and probably a good thing because they had a defender out there, Dominic Martin, that was right there to lay the wood to him. So it will be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, there's no questioning JJ's toughness to re-injure that partially separated shoulder from 4 weeks ago and just get back out there and play.
Yep. Being senior night, he wants to give it all he can, and of course, even if it wasn't, I think he'd be out there anyway. But 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to JJ, looks downfield, and he is going to be brought down once again. Did he fumble it? Derek's saying it's a live ball. Picked up and by the Pomona Panthers, and he's hurt again.
Number 5, Dominic Martin on the recovery.
There's only so much you can take, and if you keep doing damage to it,
First down.
I'm sure he's not looking at it, but
But he needs to be, because partial separation compared to one that's completely separated needs surgery is a big difference in rehab and lifelong soreness in that shoulder.
yep.
Of course, by the time he's our age, they'll probably have replacement shoulders, and they may already. I don't
So
know.
1st and 10 from the 22. Hand off to Santana. Or is that Santana? I believe. Yeah, that's Santana.
Number 2, Lee Santana on the carry.
And he gets it down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 from the 22.
His first carry since his 48-yard touchdown.
2nd and 2 from the 14. One receiver split wide left, 2 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Ingersoll. They're going to put a man in motion. Ingersoll fumbles the ball around, finally just falls on it. So that's their first negative play of the game. So it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to the 19, be a loss of 4.
I think this is the first 3rd down play they've had.
Or a loss of 5, yeah.
So we'll see
So
what
3rd and
does.
7 from the 19. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 2 backs in the backfield with Ingersoll. Snap back, handoff to Santana once again up the middle. And let's see, he does not get the first down, but I can't see him not going for it. About 4th and 2. Once again from the 14, that's where they were a couple of plays ago. Jack Worth with a tackle.
Yeah, Mustangs held him to 2 yards on 1 run and the -6 on the fumble. And other than that, every play has been at least 8 yards, 6 yards or longer.
Ingersoll, don't give him a free one now, boys. Oh, they think they just did. Somebody run up there unless somebody moved. It looked like one of the Mustangs had run up to the line. They're going to get together and talk about it and see who did what. Dead ball. Oh, yep, offsides on Fort Morgan, so that's a free first down. One thing that you cannot do, you can't make mistakes against a team like this, and they just made a big one. So first and goal from the 9. Two receivers right, two left. Going to be a handoff up the middle and into the end zone. Did he get in? He's going to be down just short, about the 1 or the half-yard line, and that was Ethan Vu with the run. So it'll bring up a second and goal from the 1.
And he's on 52.
Changing backs here. We throw a shoe.
So
Inside handoff, and that is going to be into the end zone. Was it Isaiah Sierra? Oh, was that Munson? Okay.
yeah, they're
Anyway.
spreading the touchdowns around.
It was a
I guess that's his second.
touchdown run for Munson. With 1:03 left here in quarter number 1. Line up for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good.
The extra point attempt is good.
28-0 here, Pomona here in quarter number 1. Right now, they have got about every portion of the game that they do, offense, defense. Haven't really seen much. Little special teams, we've seen them kick off. Other than that, we haven't seen much on special teams.
Yeah, definitely no punts.
But they do it, and they do it well.
Yeah, they're kind of senior heavy, if I remember right. So maybe they'll have a little bit of a drop off next year, but they probably won't be in our league next year as we reorganize.
Yep. I was talking
All right, for the kickoff.
I know they're redoing numbers, enrollment numbers as far as classifications, and I've understood that they're going to be up in 4A next year. Kickoff, and that will land about the 10, picked up by Frankie at the 10, at the 15. Nice block over there by Dom, and then Frankie's going to go out of bounds about the 21, 22-yard line.
Number 7, Frank Urias on the return.
Yeah, the Mustangs are still running hard and delivering the hits and everything. They just a little outmatched tonight.
Yeah, well, there's not, these kids are not going to give up, especially coached by Harrison Chisholm. There's not going to be any quit to them. Like you said, they're just outmatched. So first and 10 from their own 22. Two receivers right, two left. Fritzler in the backfield with Marquez. Handoff to Fritzler, and that
Got a gift penalty on defense.
must have jumped off sides or something before they snapped the ball. Yep. It's a free first down, 1st and 5 from the 27.
So 2nd and 5 or 1st and 5,
Yep.
you got a little better chance to get the first.
Handoff to Fritzler, and he is going to get forward maybe. Oh, no gain, it doesn't look like. Still at the 27, so 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he's got to dodge a player, a defender, almost the second he's getting the ball handed to him 3 yards deep in the backfield. We need like quick hitters instead of kind of a deceptive play that requires the lineman to hold a block.
Fritzler. And a flag on the far side.
It'll be procedure or false start. So, yep, false start on the Mustangs. That'll drop it back to 2nd and 10.
So give and take here for the football teams. So 2nd and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 22. Two receivers right, two left, and that is going to be the end of the quarter. So after one, the Mustangs on the short end of the score here by a count of 28-0 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Mustangs football would like to thank the following sponsors. Ken's Tobacco Service.
Let's go 30 seconds. We might miss a touchdown.
Lower Board Heater.
Oh.
Northern Colorado Refrigeration.
Jeez.
Alpha Smoke Barbecue.
Still got a lot of static.
Northeast Beer Store. Bank of Colorado.
Cool. Let's go 30.
Morgan Community.
Kevin likes to talk,
Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
with his mouth full of popcorn. As long as he doesn't get one of those holes in the back of your throat.
Okay. Restaurant. Edwards Right Price Market. Colorado. Old Peanuts.
Kevin Rohde, Brian Nickel back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan, senior night and first responder and military appreciation night. Christy Creighton back at the controls for us tonight, back at the studio. Second quarter is brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at sydneyrmc.com.
Second down for the Mustangs.
So the Mustangs with 2nd down and 10 after the penalty sets them back 5 yards. Two receivers left, two right. Fritzler in the backfield with JJ. Going to put Urias in motion. And then Fritzler's going to go back to the left. Ooh, they're going to call a little late hit over on the far side, maybe. Flag was thrown. Trying to find the umpire, the referee.
Thank you to all the sponsors of Mustangs football.
I'll wait for them to see what the penalty is.
Pomona doesn't seem to be moving.
Personal foul against Pomona. The Mustangs back. I'm confused.
No, it's just against the offense.
Was there holding out there on the?
Holding against the Mustangs.
Wow, that was weird. Put out there where he was being knocked out of bounds, and they called a
15 yards,
holding.
I think that's a personal foul. That's not a holding call.
So it'll be 2nd and 20. Back at the 12-yard line.
They've had about 7 plays on this drive, and it's only 2nd down.
Yeah. 2 that count. I don't know what happened over there. That was kind of weird. Fritzler was going out of bounds. Snap back to JJ, and he is running for his life, and that's going to be an incomplete forward pass, but they're going to call a safety on the Mustangs. So that will make it 30-0. And then they will get the ball back.
With good field position because the Mustangs will have to kick from the 20.
Yep.
So there's a couple mistakes, big mistakes. The penalty that puts us way back in the hole, and then drifting back into the end zone to, I don't know if they just said he was down there or did he get the ball away? I couldn't see.
Well, he threw the ball. It would have been, to me, it was an illegal forward pass, which would have been, he was in the end zone when it happened. But they didn't throw the flag though, so they must have said he was down before he threw it. Because for it to be an illegal forward pass, they had to throw in a flag, and
Right.
they would have declined it. So
And there's no way there's a illegal forward pass when you're behind the line of scrimmage. That's only if you're down.
well, it was, but there was no receiver in the area.
Also downing.
Downing the ball, yeah. One of those penalties. So Irvin Melendez, intentional grounding. Thank you. I knew it was in there someplace. Had to come to the front there somewhere.
Not something you see in high school too much.
Nope. So Irvin Melendez. Corona will kick off, as Kevin said, from the 20.
All rise for the kickoff.
Return men are standing about their own 35. 11:46 to go, second quarter. 30-0 Pomona. Squib kick once again. It'll be down at the Pomona 49.
Kickoff is down at the 49-yard line.
So first and 10 Pomona. With the 30-0 cushion here in the second quarter. The Mustangs will finish out the season next Friday night at Severance.
One good thing about those back and forth penalties and everything is it did give the defense a chance to rest, although probably most of these defenders were out there playing on offense.
So two receivers right and left. See if they put a man in motion. They do put Santana in motion and hand off to Santana. He has a lead block out around that right side. He's going to get down into Mustang territory. He just lowers his shoulder and kind of clears a path as he goes out of bounds. Going to be just short of the first down. So second and 1 from the Mustang 42.
It did look like they had that pretty well defended, and he just seemed to
Snap back. Yeah, he faked the toss, and now it's going to be a throw, and it's going to be downfield for the first down. He had plenty of time.
19.
Did Tucker Ingersoll? That's not Tucker Ingersoll out there. That is Ryland Berger. Oh, we have a. Oh, what did they say? Oh, they said it was an incomplete pass, apparently. I thought I saw the ref running up there and saying it was good. Maybe somebody came from over here on the other side and said it was no good.
So a big hit. Knocked that ball loose.
Run up the middle, and that this time it's going to be Ryland Berger with the carry. And he will get first down territory down to the Fort Morgan 29.
Gain is good for the Pomona first down.
So first and 10 from the Mustang 34. Three receivers left, one right. Snap back, pass out into the right flat, and that is going to be a completion. I believe that was Aaron Gomez, number 9.
It's 19.
19, yep. Sebastian Reyes.
Number 19, Sebastian Reyes.
So I'll bring up a second and 5 from the 30. No, second down from the 29. Snap back to Ingersoll, and he rolls out to his left and into the hands once again of Reyes, and finally brought down inside the 10-yard line, and that was Joey. No, excuse me, wrong team. That was
Reyes again.
Musafelli on the tackle. So first and goal from the 9. Handoff up the middle again, and that is going to be Ryland Berger once again. He'll get it down to about the 5, big gain of 4.
Gain is to the 5-yard line, second down.
Second and goal for the Panthers. As they await their instructions from the sideline, with Pomona leading at 30-0 with 10.5 to go here, second quarter. Molina split wide left. In the backfield once again is Berger. Snap back. It's going to be handed off to Berger around that right side. He'll be inside the 5, and what a path. Like, they could have driven a truck through that hole as he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. So touchdown run for Ryland Berger.
Yeah, they're just hitting on all cylinders.
Yep.
Passing well and running better.
You could see that from up here. I mean, that was a hole over there. That was a big hole he was able to run through. Snap down, kick up, and once again it is good.
Extra point attempt is good.
37-0 here for the Pomona Panthers. Wiggins Equipment. Count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. So the Mustangs warming up here. JJ still warming up, along with Maverick Glenn.
Yeah, that's a tough one to throw in a freshman in to this.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that would not be the way you'd want to make your christening into the high school varsity level. Dom Marquez along with Frank Urias back inside the 5 as they await the kickoff from the Panthers. And that will be, ends about the 30, but bounces past Frankie. He's got to go back and get it, pick it up at the 5. At the 10, he's going to be lucky. He got back to the 10. That ball kind of took a right-hand turn on him once it hit.
Effective kicking game for
Yep.
Pomona.
Yes, unless you can get it into the end zone every time, sometimes that's the best thing to do, is just make that ball squib out there and get away from it, from the return man. So 1st and 10 from the 10. 10:05 to go here in the second quarter. JJ Marquez back into the game. Chisholm and Frankie to the left. Snap back, that'll be to there's that's gonna be a
Also a face mask.
helmet came off, and that is Curtis. Or Jackworth, excuse me. So I'm guessing that's going to be a foul against Pomona. Personal foul against Pomona. Jackworth had his face mask ripped off. Not his face mask, his helmet.
First down.
That'll bring up a first down for the Mustangs down at the 33-yard line.
Ball slot at the 28.
28. Snap back to JJ. Looks downfield, looks down, and deep pass down the right side, and that is going to be out of bounds. He tried to get it to Isaiah Ortiz, but he was well covered. If that would have been in bounds, I don't think he would have got it. He had a couple of defenders on him back there. Cotton McKay, one of them, and the other one was Joey Streeter.
Yeah, there's got to be something underneath to throw if they've got 3 guys covering the deep guys back there. Although they had a lot more time, so I don't know if they're rushing fewer guys or what happened on that.
Snap back, rolls out to his left, and deep pass down the left sideline this time, and that is going to be incomplete, no flags.
Pass ball's incomplete.
As he tried to get it to Frank Urias.
Third down.
Ball ended up almost back to the hash marks on the left side. So 3rd and 10 from the 28 after 2 incomplete passes. Chisholm wide left with Frankie inside of him. Isaiah Ortiz to the right. Broden Jess lined up as a tight end. JJ's going to take off and run at the 30, 35, and he's going to be brought down on the far side, but avoided going down on that shoulder.
Out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
But still not going to be enough for the first down.
They're waving that as in bounds, so he must have got down before he went out of bounds. That'll run that clock.
So 4th down. Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt. I would think they'd almost have to. So So 4th and 3 from the 35. I believe that we're going to line up for a punt. Yep.
So far tonight, the snaps have been good, and special teams have not been hurting Fort Morgan at all.
Snap back. Wobbly kick, and that's going to get by the return man down inside the 10, and he's still bobbing it. Is Fort Morgan finally up on top of it, I believe. Yep, I believe that is Sincere Coleman that came away with it for the Mustangs.
Oh, wow.
Numbers recovered by the
He's all
Mustangs.
jacked up on the sideline here, so the Mustangs will continue.
And now we got a unsportsmanlike, probably too much celebration. And so instead of having it 1st and goal at the 2, they're going to move it
What are
back.
Trying to see Coach
Well, they
Chisholm
delay
out
the
there. They're
game.
telling him to get back. I'm just trying to see what their delay a game on Fort Morgan.
Oh,
Yeah,
So, offsetting penalties, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
Resulting in a 5-yard loss for the Mustangs.
oh no, it was 5-yard loss. They're back
Okay.
on 7.
Pass over on the far side, and they're going to be a flag in the end zone for the pass interference as Isaiah Ortiz.
And it's going to offset with a hold. Or some penalty. And
Yep. See what they pass interference.
Have a pass interference call.
Chop block. Everything offsets.
And
So we'll run it again.
7, huh?
So 1st and goal from the 7.
I believe we have one more foul that's about to be announced.
I think they just, I don't know why that flag came in where it was there, but dead ball, unsportsmanlike, Pomona.
We have an unsportsmanlike conduct call against.
So they're down between the 3 and the 4, so we'll call it the 4.
So now it's 1st and goal from the 4, from the 3.
Oh,
An ejection. Wow.
1st and goal, Mustangs.
which means he won't be able to play next week in their game against Thompson Valley. I didn't see who that was that went out. Looked like maybe 13 was.
Well, 33's got his helmet. That's Munson over on the other side with his helmet off. I believe that's who that is, 33. Emmett Munson. Snap back, not a good snap, and goes to JJ. Had to go back and retrieve it, and then he is going to be thrown down, and that's going to be there's 2 of them. That's going to be,
And I believe we have 2.
that'll be 2 personal fouls against Pomona. As they threw JJ down, but he did get up. He wasn't holding his shoulder anyway. That 33's back in, so it's not him. So we'll see what it's got to be 2 personal fouls against Pomona. And what are they doing? Somebody must have taken a timeout. I did not see who
Pomona
it was.
took timeout
Pomona did?
to get their kids under control.
Yeah.
That's crazy to have 2 personal fouls and an unsportsmanlike conduct
Yeah.
on one play, and they're talking about ejecting players.
We'll see what they. Yeah, and they know JJ's not 100%, and that's who they went after. Throw him down, and then another kid came in and did some more pushing. Sportsman. So we'll see where the ball ends up.
First down.
Going after this. I don't think I've seen a team run so many plays that haven't counted.
Yeah. It was a really clean game up until about 5 minutes ago.
Yep. It's going to be inside the 5.
Back down to the 3.5.
Down to the 3. Back to where we were. First and goal at the 3.
First and goal, Mustangs, 54-yard line.
Interesting.
Referee running over to get in position. Fritzler behind JJ. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Gonna wind the clock. Snap back. Pass over on the near side to Isaiah Ortiz. Mustangs with the touchdown. With 8:06 to go. Here in the second quarter makes it 37-6.
Isaiah Ortiz.
Ortiz lined up on the right side out wide and just cut into the middle. JJ found him for the touchdown pass. You get the
T was late getting out there.
Cooper Chisholm will hold for Frankie Reyes. As they await the snap. Snap back, down, kick is up and looks good.
Extra point attempt is good.
For Frankie, he makes it 37-7.
Well, that'll hold off the running clock for a while.
Yep.
Because it was going to be running clock the next time Pomona scored. Unless it was a safety.
Yep, things are, and I don't know why they think they got to get chippy when they're up 37-0. I just don't understand your mentality.
Yes, that's a really good question.
I mean, you've been dominating the whole game. There's no reason to go out there and try to prove something else. They already know that, that you're a superior team to the Mustangs, and there was no need to be throwing people around. And
Right.
So the Mustangs to kick off, and that will be Irvin Melendez Corona.
No, that was precipitated by the Pomona punt returner going and trying to pick up that ball. And I think it might have even bounced into the end zone if he would have let it be.
Ball is squib kick, picked up at the 30, the 35. The 40's got a wall over on the other side, the 45, the 50, and finally got to be run out of bounds on the far side. But excellent field position.
And no flags.
Yeah, they should be right towards the top of the pockets, as many as they've thrown here lately. So it's not like they're deep in their pocket.
So we're out to 48 of Fort Morgan.
First and 10, Pomona. As they line up a tight formation, a deep back and then a short back. Going to be a rollout to the left, and that is a short pass, and that is to Berger at the 40, at the 35, and then finally taken out of bounds. Oh, there's a flag. I don't know who that.
We've got another flag.
Jeez, I don't know if that's on Berger or if that's going to be on Sincere Coleman. If that's on Coleman, he's coming out.
They got to the 33, 34.
Coach Chisholm out there. Looks like they're pointing towards Pomona. We'll see if it's offsetting or if one team is going to get flagged here. As they're going to chit-chat about it, about the 35-yard line. I saw one of the refs pointing back towards Pomona.
I'm sure the Pomona coaches cannot be happy about this.
Unsportsmanlike. Pomona. Dead ball. Personal foul, Fort Morgan.
So it looks look like those will offset.
So is that that's a dead, the offset? One is a dead ball foul and it offsets?
We have offsetting
Well, they could go
penalties.
15 from there and then go 15 back, and they'd be in the same spot.
Against Pomona.
If they were both live, then they might have gone back to the original spot and done it, but
They got a first down off the run anyway, so it's 1st and 10 from the 33.
pass.
2 receivers right, 2 left. And now what are we discussing?
The
Maybe
coach
they're-
wants to talk.
Maybe they're telling the, give him the player number maybe. As the referee comes back to his position, 1st and 10 Pomona after the fracas. 37-7 Pomona. 7:48 to go here in the second quarter.
He's talking
No,
to the
they're-
other coach. I kind of feel like the officials might be feeling like they're losing control of this ball game, and you have to be concerned that it's going to, if this keeps up, there's going to be some fisticuffs or something, and no one wants that. We just want to have a football game, settle it between the whistles. No one has to be braggadocious or overly and rambunctious about it.
Yep. And I think he just came over and reiterated that it was a dead ball on Sportsmanlike on Fort Morgan, so 1st and 10 Pomona from the 33-yard line. Going to put a man in motion. Going to be a handoff around that far side to this back to Reyes. The flag in that comes from the back side. That would probably be a holding on Pomona.
That's a crackback block. He came from the wide receiver, came in and blocked the
Oh.
guy in his shoulder, and that's been in the rule book for like 10, 15 years
Yeah.
that you can't do that, and they're all acting like, what is the penalty?
Yep.
And it was right out in the open where everybody could see. So
So that will be against
interesting.
Pomona. Yep.
Yeah, that's a big 15-yard.
And then it'll be back
Block against Pomona.
to the 48, back to where they had started. So we are back to the 48. And it's 20 yards, first and that's more than 1st and 15. That's going to be 1st and 20.
More like 25.
25, yep. 1st and 25 from the 48. So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back, and it's going to be a handoff to Santana as he goes around that right side. And nice tackle out there by Jaden Carrera,
Luis Santana on the carry.
senior Jaden Carrera over on that right side to prevent that from going any further downfield.
Second down.
Yeah, that's the first time they've stopped Santana at all.
Yep.
He's probably averaging at least 15 yards per carry.
So no gain, 2nd and 25 from the 48. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Santana in the backfield. Ingersoll with the pass out on the far side. There is a flag there. And looks like this is going to come back as it will be Santana into the end zone. But there was a flag on this side, one on the other side too. There was an illegal man downfield. Yep. Illegal man downfield. So that will come back.
That's because the pass was a little bit long and he caught it past the line of scrimmage. If you would have caught it behind the line of scrimmage, you can have lineman downfield. So on the screen, you always want to throw it behind the line of scrimmage. And it was just a slow developing play, and
Yeah.
he led him a little bit too far.
So I'll take it back inside Pomona territory, back down to the 47.
2nd and 30.
Jeez.
And we can see from that last play that they're able to pick that up easy enough.
Yep.
Just went for a 48-yard touchdown, and I don't know how much advantage they had from having that player downfield, but
So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Santana in the backfield. It's going to be Ingersoll down that right side, a deep pass down the right side, and that is going to be caught. And is that going to be Munson? I can't see who that is for sure. Trying to see if that is 36.
Who isn't on their roster, I don't believe.
Okay, so he doesn't count. Oh. So a deep pass down to the 7-yard line.
50 yards.
So first and goal from the 7. Number 36. Nope, don't have it on either one of my rosters. 6:13 and counting here, 37-7. Pass over on the right far side, and that is going to be a touchdown pass for Pomona, and that is going to be completed to our number 36.
Again.
So touchdown pass from 7 yards out to number 36.
Second touchdown for Ingersoll. Ingersoll is now 6 of 7 for 2 touchdowns and probably around 150 yards.
6:05 left in the first half. As they await the snap. Snap, down, kick. Yeah, it might have been off to the right. No, it was enough through the uprights, make it 40.
So let's hope they
44-7.
clean it up and everybody plays within the rules the rest of the way. Although I don't mind an offside or something like that, it's all the personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct that just makes me shake my head. Yeah, because if anyone would be having that, you would think it'd be the Mustangs getting their butts kicked, being up by 37 points. You wouldn't think that you needed to rub it in anyone's nose.
You would think, but they seem to be
A little chippy.
doing that. So 44-7, 6:05 to go. The Mustangs will hopefully take possession here. Frankie Rice about the 5. Don Marquez off to his left. Although it hasn't been getting back to them. As we await the kickoff, and that is going to be a spiral and into the hands of Frankie at the 10, at the 15, around that left side, at the 25, out to the 30, with a spin move out to the 35, and still going, dragging tacklers over on the other side. Finally run out of bounds. Looks like we did it without any laundry on the
That was exactly what I was thinking.
without any laundry out there on the field and on that play.
That's a good run back.
Yep.
The lucky tip there, it bounced off one receiver
Yep,
right into Frankie's hands.
Yep. Bounced off of Jordan Perez. 5:52, best starting position for the Mustangs at their own 42.
Well, except for the 5.
Well, yeah, after the punt. Snap back, going to be a handoff to Fritzler around this right side, and he is going to be finally drugged down, maybe a 2-yard gain to the 44. Fritzler was wanting to go after somebody. They got his shoe. Then he was holding on to it. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag on that. It's not like he didn't know where the shoe came from.
Yeah.
Oh, look, ref, I have a shoe in my hand.
And he's going to take a shoe break.
2nd and 8 from the 44. They're going to
Dom's
pump
in there.
Yep, put Marquez in there.
Big brother helps him keep his shirt down.
Yep. So snap back, deep pass down this right side, and that is going to be tipped away right at the last there. He was, Isaiah Ortiz had a step on him, but the kid got there just in time to tip it away. So that will bring up a 3rd and 8 from the 44.
Oh, and they got him for holding while all this was happening.
Well, why not?
Takes it back to the 30,
I'm surprised they're
29,
accepting it.
15 yards.
Brings up second down. Play out here to Ortiz at the 32, and he is going to be gang tackled at the 35. Number 99, yep, he just got flagged. And if he doesn't watch out, he'll be gone. Dom's trying to get him his mouthpiece. Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 99. I'm sure that's who it is, yep. Beyond Pomona.
Unsportsmanlike call against the Panthers.
So who caught that pass anyway? Do you remember?
I think it was Isaiah Ortiz.
Okay. So he gets credit for the 7-yard pass, and now it's third and
Now it's
3.
3rd and 3.
Did you see what he did at all?
Well, I know after the tackle he was real demonstrative about it. And then he must have also said something, because I wouldn't have thought they would have done it for that. But it'll bring up 3rd and they're saying second down. Fritzler gets it just past the 50-yard line, so I'm not sure why they're stopping the clock. I don't see a flag. We'll get the downs right here. Now it's 4th.
4th and 1.
4th and 1 from the Pomona 49. Hard to keep track of everything when there's so many flags going on.
I think it was 99 down here that got the unsportsman against him, for when he tackled.
No.
So maybe that's his second, and he's out. I don't know.
Shotgun pass to Isaiah Ortiz at the 45, at the 40, at the 35, at the 25, and finally brought down inside the 25 to about the 23. It's a nice quick hitter out here on the right side on 4th down. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 23-yard line.
Yeah, that was a really nice play on a 4th and 1. And that's that short passing that is open.
Isaiah Ortiz going to line up once again wide right. Frankie and Chisholm to the left. Snap back to JJ. Looks downfield. Pass over on that left side. And Frankie wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. Frankie Urias from 23 yards out for the Fort Morgan Mustang touchdown. Makes it 44-13. PAT coming up.
Yeah, that's he was wide open. That's some sort of blown coverage, and they may not have all of their starting defensive players out there, but strange game. That's all I can say.
Yep. So you wait the snap for the extra point, and wait. Snap back is low. Kick is going to be up and just inside the left upright for the point after is going to be good. We'll wait for the cannon to go off here. So the Mustangs put another touchdown on the board. They trail at 44-14 with 3:16 left here in the first half.
Definitely going to get into that second half before. And maybe if we're going to match them score for score, we won't ever get into that running clock.
Yep. Yeah, it wasn't the way it looked early, so.
Good pass protection. Good pattern there by Frankie to get open. And a nice pass to deliver it right into his hands in the end zone.
Yeah, Frankie lines up using the inside receiver on that left side. So we'll see if number 99 is still. Looks like he's standing over on the sideline, or is that? I can't read it. It's too far away.
99 is a little broader than that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Rise for the kickoff.
So Irvin Melendez to kick off for the Mustangs. Another squib kick bounces along, and it's finally going to be taken by the deep receiver at the 25, at the 30, at the 35, at the 40, 45, at the 50, and he is still finally gets knocked out of bounds on the far side. Trying to see, was that number 19? Was that Sebastian Reyes? I believe they finally ended up with it.
Kickoff is returned to the
Shifty running.
43-yard line. First down, Panthers.
So a nice run back for the Panthers. It will be 1st and 10 from the Mustang 43.
Here they are in kind of that, looks like almost a victory formation.
Yeah, it does. It's a real tight formation. Nice job there by the Mustangs as Isaiah Ortiz gets in, and he will throw
By number 23, Isaiah
Santana for a loss.
Second down.
Be second and 12. Second and 12.
Yeah, and I used to coach, and I look at that and I just wonder what would possess you to run a formation like that when you're having so much
Yeah.
success in everything else you've done. But
So tight formation once again. And this time Santana bounces it outside, breaks the tackle, and he's going to be down enough for first down territory. As he will get it down inside the 35 to about the 31.
Panthers first down at the 31-yard line.
yep, he's a shifty runner.
Yep. First and 10 from the
Definitely getting the
31.
lion's share of the carries tonight. It's his 12th carry. The next most runner has 3.
Yeah, that's a weird formation. Strong to the right side. Going to be a handoff to Santana once again. And he's going to be down far enough for a first down. He'll be down inside the 20 to the 19. So first and 10 from the 19.
I just think we're lucky he didn't see that, because if he could have broke that out to the outside, there was no one out to the left, and he could have just, with his speed, left everybody behind. And
So see if they line up like that again. It's a tight formation. It's like a trying to see where the yeah, it's a
actually have a
strong
lineman in the backfield with them.
strong to the right. Going to be handoff to Santana again, bounces it out to the right, and then he slips, and he goes down inside the 15 to the 14. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he's fun to watch run. I don't think if I was out there playing against him, I think it was much fun, but he really is quite the athlete.
So 2nd and 5 from the 14. Going to be a handoff once again, and he bounces it outside. He'll get it down inside the 10, right at the 10.
Timeout, Pomona.
So Pomona will take a timeout with 1 minute and 3 seconds left here in the first half.
They used one down here when they had to get control over their 2 personal fouls and an unsportsmanlike call on the same play. And so now they just have 1 left.
As quick as they can get up to the line of scrimmage and run the plays, these have probably been the fewest yards they've gained on a couple of consecutive downs.
Yeah, I think only their 2nd, 3rd down of the game.
So first, 3rd and 1 from the 10. With 1 minute and 3 seconds left here, first half. Pomona leads at 44 to 14.
They're sticking with that power formation.
Yep.
First time they ran that formation, lined up in that formation, they ran a pass play. That went for about 30 yards. And after running out of it several times, I wouldn't be surprised to see him do some play action and probably have someone wide open.
3rd down and 1.
So 3rd and 1.
Of course, I'm sure Coach Langford is telling his players that exact same thing.
Santana lines up about 7 yards deep in the backfield. Going to be a handoff over on that right side, and he will get down for the first down, but will not get the touchdown, but is down inside the 5.
For a Panthers first
So
down.
it'll be first and goal from the 4 with 57 seconds and counting here. Amtrak headed through town to the east. Now they're going to go heavy to the left. Santana once again in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper, though, by Ingersoll as he goes to the right, and he will dive into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Pomona.
The play action, I guess you would call that play action. It was a fake handoff to Santana to the left, and then he spun and went right.
His first rushing touchdown of the game.
So a 4-yard run by Ingersoll. We await the point after try. 50-14, 34 seconds left here in the opening half, and is going to be up and good.
Extra point attempt is good.
Makes it 51-14. So we'll see what the Mustangs, they will get the ball to start the second half. So not a lot of time to do anything with just 34 seconds left. Gordon Insurance, be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance, all at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com. So Don Marquez and Frankie Urias back deep again for the Mustangs. Sincere Coleman and Jordan Perez at about the 20.
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
51-14, 34.2 seconds left here in the opening half. And that is going to be a squib kick. It bounces to Perez at the 25, at the 20, at the 35, at the 40, at the 45, at the 50, and finally knocked out of bounds.
Excuse me. On the return.
But Jordan Perez into Pomona territory.
47-yard line, first down, Mustangs.
26.3 seconds left. First and 10, Fort Morgan from the, 47-yard line. So we'll see how creative they want to get here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. JJ is going to roll. It's going to be an inside handoff. The draw play to Fritzler as he gets downfield, and he gets down inside the 20, down to about the 15. And Fort Morgan's get a timeout called. But Fritzler with the carry.
First down.
Let's see where they're going to put it at the 16.
And where did he start at?
The 47 of Pomona.
Okay, so 37-yard carry runs on. So 37 yards on that run. Oops.
So first and 10 for the Mustangs as they take a timeout here. 16.7 seconds left. Is this their first timeout, second timeout for the Mustangs? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's their second.
Coach Chisholm, and can't tell who the other coach is there that talks to him there on the offense. First and 10 from the Pomona 16.
First down, Mustangs after the timeout.
Chisholm and Uriah split wide to the left. Ortiz to the right, along with Jess. Going to be a pass, and that is going to be incomplete.
Pass ball's incomplete. Second down.
As Ortiz was trying to get back to the ball out about the middle of the field and slipped and fell down. 11.9 seconds to go. Second down and 10 from the 16. Jess and Ortiz to the right. Chisholm Urias to the left. They're going to put man out into the left, pass over the middle, and that is going to be knocked away. They were looking for a foul. Fritzler was looking for a penalty on the pass, but it was a pretty bang bang.
Yeah, I don't think you could call. I can see where Mustang fans would want that called, but I think he was like right as the ball got there.
Yeah.
He got a shot. Oh, we got a player down. Hopefully that's not Santana.
Looks like it might be.
He's got kind of a unique hairstyle.
If you remember Palomalo from the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's kind of what.
Does remind us, except Palomalo was a little bit stouter.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's up and
Luis
off
is
the
just a
field.
5'8", 170. Oh, he can't. He wants to come back, but he can't.
Looks like the Mustangs, that was their second. They have one timeout left. So it will be 3rd and 10. Snap back to JJ. Deep pass over on the left side, and that is going to be it's going to be dropped. It was initially picked off. What was? No, a flag after the play. That's going to be on Pomona. It looked like he may have said something. If it is, they're a nasty bunch. All the kids were knocked out of his hand. There's only 1.6 seconds left anyway, but let's see who they're going to call it on, because it was Chisholm that was there for the.
Holding, not holding. It's maybe as he was going up to get it, they pulled him down, which would be offensive pass interference.
I'm not sure. 'Cause
I don't think his signaling is very good.
yeah, it looked like holding. I mean, it was kind of. I thought it was after the play because he put his hand up, which means it's after the play because it's 4th down.
I think it was a personal.
So 4th and 10. JJ rolls out to his left, and he's going to be down to the right side, and then is going to be end up and be intercepted about the 2, and then finally down and flag coming in.
Of course.
Why not? With no time left here, so let's see what this all.
First interception by JJ. And if it's a penalty on Fort Morgan, then that would definitely be
Have an untimed.
down. They want it, but it doesn't look like it.
Looks like Pomona's headed to the. Trying to figure the. It's over. It looked like there was offsetting penalties.
Oh, after the interception, they held it. There's a holding penalty on Pomona on the run back. You're not going to do a play on an offensive penalty.
Nope, that is how the first half comes to an end with the score all tied up here. Who is it? Pomona Panthers.
Yes.
51, Fort Morgan 14. We'll go to halftime here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel, Kevin Rohde back here at halftime at the Legion Field. This halftime show is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Stop by one of their locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. Well, the Mustangs trail it here 51-14. The Mustangs finally got on the board after being down 37-0. They got on the board with a 3-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Ortiz. The point after attempt was good. And then after another Pomona touchdown, made it 44-7. The Mustangs on their next possession got a 23-yard touchdown pass to Frank Urias. And the point after on that one was good, made it 44-14. And then Pomona went down and scored one more time, made it 51-14. And that's where we're sitting here at halftime. Kevin has some numbers for us.
All right, yeah, it's some interesting statistics from the first half. Let's start with Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan just had 2 people run the ball. Fritzler ran every time except one. He had 11 carries for 47 yards, and Marquez, JJ, had 1 carry for 7 yards. No touchdowns in the running game. JJ passed the ball 14 times, had 5 completions, 1 interception, and 2 touchdowns, a 23 and a 4-yard touchdown pass. He also had 25 yards in sacks, so he ended up with 40 yards total passing. So the total yards for the Mustangs is 94 for the half. The passing, we had 2 catches by Urias, and with one a 23-yard touchdown, the other one 5 yards for a total of 28 yards. And Ortiz had 3 catches for 37 yards and 1 touchdown, that touchdown being the 4-yard touchdown there. Now, for the Pomona Panthers, rushing 25 attempts for 229 yards and 5 touchdowns. Came this way. Ingersoll, the quarterback, had 2 for -2 yards, but 1 was the 4-yard touchdown. Santana had 16 carries, the lion's share for sure, 184 yards, 1 48-yard touchdown. Munson carried the ball 3 times for 15 yards, but 2 of those for touchdowns, a 12-yard and a 1-yard touchdown. Vu just the 1 carry for 8 yards, and Berger 3 carries for 24 yards and a 5-yard touchdown. So passing, Ingersoll passed the ball 7 times and completed 6 of them. No interceptions, 2 touchdowns, and 137 yards. Those passes went to Molina, 1 for a 43-yard touchdown, Reyes 2 for 23 yards, Berger 1 for 14 yards, and number 36, who we don't have on our roster, had 2 catches for 57 yards, 1 a 7-yard touchdown. Total yards for Pomona, 366 yards in the first half, which is just an amazing amount of offense for a half. At that rate, they'd be over 700 for the game. I don't think that's going to happen, but that definitely is the tale of the game. Pomona came out, just marched down and scored every score until they got to 35, 37, because they had the safety, and before the Mustangs could score, and then they traded a couple more scores, ending up where we are right now, 51 to 14.
Yep.
And so, another touchdown or another score of any kind other than a field goal by Pomona before Fort Morgan scores, and we'll have running clock. Fort Morgan gets the ball. They just got to do that ball control, march down, show some discipline, and let Pomona make mistakes that give them the chance to be successful.
Yeah, that second quarter was just so, I don't know if you call it discombobulated with all the fouls, all the personal fouls and stuff, and it was kind of hard to watch. It was just personal foul, and they'd run, and then another personal foul or holding or something. It was just so inconsistent. There was no continuity whatsoever in that second quarter. It was just crazy. So hopefully they got that out of their system, and we'll see a clean game here in this second half. See how much time they put back on there. They put another 3 minutes back up on there. I don't think Fort Morgan's even back out of the halftime shed yet, because they were doing their senior night here. We'll go over the seniors again here once more for the Mustangs. Senior Juan Sanchez Cavillo, J.J. Marquez, Ben Fritzler, Jaden Carrera, along with Isaiah Ortiz, Julian Benitez, Leo Caravello, Oscar Meza, and Broden Jess.
They had a really nice ceremony for them at half, introduced them and their parents, and talked about what their plans were for the future, and also what their favorite memories were, which I guess is pretty standard senior night fare. But it's always nice to honor the kids you've put in, at least most of them have put in 4 years on the Mustangs, and certainly not the way they would like their final night at Legion to feel. But, you know, they're out here still competing and still marching down, and had a chance for a touchdown there right as time ran out.
Yep.
So there's no quitting them. Just sometimes you come up against an immovable force.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Pomona team. We'll see what they do once they get into the playoffs. If they continue this personal foul bit that they were doing here, they're going to be taken out early, because maybe that's why these other games have been closer, like with Roosevelt.
Right.
Maybe they were giving the refs a reason to throw flags. I don't know. I have no idea, but they move the ball pretty much at will, it seems like. So
Right.
we will see what the Mustangs can do. We will probably see another senior night next week, as the Mustangs will travel to Severance. 7 o'clock kickoff at Severance there on Morgan County's B106. That will be their last home game. I believe they're 2-6 also. Let's see.
They're playing
Sev-
Mountain.
Yep, Severance is at Mountain View. The other game, Pomona and Fort Morgan last night, it was Roosevelt at Thompson Valley, and Roosevelt won that one 34-22. So the regular season will come to an end next week for 3A. I think everybody else is finished either tonight or tomorrow. 3A always has a extra week. I'm not sure where that comes from, but
Severance is up 41-0 against Mountain View in the third.
okay.
And Windsor is beating Meade. Some polls have Meade as number one, some have Windsor as number one.
Yep.
And they're in a league together. Meade's losing 16-0 there in the fourth quarter. Bet you that's a slugfest.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And Brush finished a successful undefeated season last night, and will be going into the playoffs, hosting, I can only imagine.
Yep. They were like number 5, and then the top 8 should host, so I think that'll probably all come out on Sunday. As the Mustangs to receive. Line drive type of kick, and into the hands finally of Jordan Perez at the 15, and he keeps fighting, but he finally goes down short. They're going to mark him up to the 15, it looks like. So first and 10 Mustangs.
Let's see what they discovered at halftime.
First and 10 from their own 15. 2 receivers left. Isaiah Ortiz to the right. Luke Broden Jess is lined up as a tight end. Inside handoff to Fritzler, and he will be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does, as it will bring up a 2nd and 10. Senior Ben Fritzler was hurt last year, took out must sound like it was an ACL that he had to come back from, so he was able to come back and play this year. He does have a brace on that knee. Chisholm wide left, Frankie inside of him. Isaiah Ortiz split wide right. JJ drops back, pass out here into the flat, and that was almost intercepted. That's to the short side, but that seemed like that ball took a long time to get there. Trying to get it to Chisholm and came up just short.
You know what I'm seeing? I'm just kind of finally dawning on me. Pomona, their defensive backs, and they're just acting like what you see in the college and pros now. After every play, we got to cross our hands and say, I knocked the ball down. Look at me. And to me, that's a sad state to see high school football go to that. But
so inside handoff once again to Fritzler. Well, so that's what happened down here when that number 99, after he took down Ortiz. I mean, he's probably 200 pounds more than what Ortiz is. He was making a big deal out of it. I think that's what the flag was for. But that third down comes up short. They do get a couple, so it'll be 4th and 8 from the 17. after the run by Ben Fritzler. Gunner for the Mustangs on the far side is going to be Sincere Coleman. On the near side, looks like it is Urban Melendez. Snap back to Frankie, takes that running and then kicks it. It's going to be out of bounds. There went out about the 42, but I think it's going to be probably brought back a little bit. Is that ref will? Not sure why he's running quite so far back. As the I thought it went out on about the 42. They're saying it went out at the 40, which is fine.
It's an art, not a science.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say. So 40-yard line to start this drive for the Pomona Panthers. Definitely going to make the playoffs. Most likely will be league champions.
Ingersoll awaits. They're going to put a man in motion. That's Sierra. Pass out here to the flat at the 40, at the 45. Kind of a shifty runner there. Side steps, and that is Sebastian Reyes. And that will be enough for the first down. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 from midfield.
Yeah, he was kind of shifting around and following his blockers.
Yep.
You never know when someone's going to just pop out of that and go the distance. Fort Morgan not doing a really good job of rallying and getting a hold of them. That's one thing I did notice about Pomona. Even if they get beat, they seem to get a hand on someone and hold them up a little bit.
So 2 receivers left, 1 right. It's going to be a handoff to San. Oh, it's going to be a keeper. Excuse me. I don't know if that was a missed assignment, but that is going to be taken down by Julian Benitez. Nice job there by the senior. And that will be a loss back to the 42. Be a loss of 8. Bring up 2nd and 18.
And it didn't look like that was a pass play. No one was downfield, so I'm going to give them a -8 on the run.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the misconnection there or what the deal was. It didn't look like a set-up play, so. The 2 receivers right, 2 to left. Santana on the inside of the man here on the near side. Ingersoll drops back, and that's going to come to a halt. That will be on Pomona.
Going to make it 2nd and 25, which for most teams would be difficult, but Pomona made I think it was a 3rd and 30 maybe at one point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, being set back like this with them seems to be no problem. So Ingersoll just a junior for Pomona, so he'll be back next year. Dual receivers left and right. Single setback. They're going to put Santana in motion, hand off to Santana around that left end across the 35, the 40, and finally brought down just short of midfield. Brought down at the Pomona 49, gain of 12.
His first carry of the second half.
So 3rd and 11. Be interesting to see what they do here if they don't pick it up, if they go for it. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Single setback. Ingersoll drops back, looks, has all kinds of time. Going to pull it down and run. If he keeps going, he'll pick up. Nope, he's going to run out of bounds before the first down, but it's just going to be like 4th and 1. He said, I want no part of getting hit, so I'm going to scoot out of bounds. But nice job by the Mustang defense on that one as they prevented any pass from being thrown. So nice pass defense. Couldn't get a lot of pressure on him, but
he did have one receiver coming back to him. It was wide open at about the 30-yard mark.
So 4th and 1. Oh, and then Mustangs just jumped. That's the 2nd time tonight the Mustangs have given them a free down.
Oh.
So 1st and 10, Pomona now from the 36-yard line. They make first downs easy enough. You don't need to help them out.
Right.
So Ingersoll shotgun formation. Berger to the left, kind of a wingman. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Santana off to his right. It's going to be a handoff to Santana up the middle at the 35, at the 30, at the 25. Finally out about the 20, 21-yard line, maybe at the 20. He is so quick.
Be interesting to see if he runs track. That puts him over 200 yards. He's at 232 on after that carry on the night.
16-yard run. So 1st and 10, Pomona from Mustang 20. 6:55 and counting here, 3rd period. 51-14 Pomona, as they look to score here on their first possession of the second half. Snap back, going to be a keeper as he goes around his left side. And I thought he was going to go for Berger, but it's going to be incomplete in the end zone. He was going for everything. He had a guy just out there in front of him that he could have dumped it off to, but he decided not to.
Just his second incomplete pass of the night out of 9 attempts.
The air has chilled down out there. We looked a little bit ago, it's 37 degrees. This is probably the coldest game we've had so far this year. Lucky us, we get to be inside.
Yeah, next week we don't know about that. It might be colder.
That's for sure. 3 receivers left. Going to be a handoff to Santana as he gets it down to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, inside the 5. Down to almost about the 4.
It is good for the Panthers' first down.
So 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the 4. As Ingersoll runs back in. They were sending him in by signal, but he's been going over here lately to get it from the coach.
Maybe they're thinking that somehow Fort Morgan has figured out their signal. I thought that was interesting in the series game the other day that they let someone box.
Balked him over, yeah. So handoff to Santana as he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. So that will get the clock to running. So it will be a quick second half here, 57-14, as we await the point after. Touchdown run by Santana. As we await the point after. Snap back, down, kick is up, and good. Just goes inside that left upright. And that will bring it to 58-14.
On that extra point, Fort Morgan had a defender come and hurdle over the offensive line. I don't know if you caught that.
I didn't see it, huh?
And I thought they were going to call a penalty because we had a hurdling penalty before. Maybe it's just on offense. It's a penalty to hurdle. I don't know. Maybe they just decided at halftime they're not going to call any more penalties.
Going to put the flags away for a little bit until something serious happens. Egregious.
Right.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes, egregious.
So the Mustangs to receive. They're down 58-14 as the clock continues to run. Frankie and Dom back about the 5-yard line. Different kicker for Pomona.
We're short a player on there. Normally we have 2 in the middle back.
Kick is going to come down short about the 20, the 25. I did not see who that was.
Like number 3.
Yeah, Jordan Perez. So he caught that one clean. He gets it out to the 33-yard line, I believe. Let's see if that's where they finally put it down. 1st and 10 from the 33 for the Mustangs.
See if they can get a first down or 2 on this drive.
Looks like a few clean uniforms there for Pomona. And that must have been unabated to the quarterback. Usually they don't call a...
In high school, as soon as they break the plane, they whistle it. So
So a free first down for the Mustangs.
must have been right at the snap. Fort Morgan will accept that and have 1st and 5. The 38.
JJ with a snap back and rolls out to his left. Keeps rolling, keeps looking, nothing opening up, and it's finally going to get it to Frankie, and that will be enough for a first down. As Frankie keeps fighting, he gets it out almost to midfield. So that was a 1st and 5 from the 38. Now 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from midfield. Just see if they can make some positives here before the game gets over. 2 receivers right, 2 left. JJ drops back, and he's looking downfield for Chisholm, and just over his head a little bit, and it was almost intercepted by Sierra for Pomona, but just could not quite control it. So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 from midfield.
Fort Morgan up to the line.
Didn't take him long. 2 receivers right, left, and it's going to be a handoff to Fritzler as he gets down. That was quite a landing. It didn't hurt his neck. He kind of did a somersault there about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4, so bring up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I would say, as we've talked about before, he runs with reckless abandon.
Yeah. So 3rd and 6. Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his right, and he's being pressured, and he finally gets the pass off, but it's incomplete to Isaiah Ortiz. I thought maybe Isaiah could have come down with it, but it was tough to tell. Clear on the other side of the field.
Yeah, that was a little bit low, but it was in his hands. I think he should have caught that one. JJ holding that ball longer than he should have, and he took a beating after he delivered it.
As long as he can stay off of that left shoulder when he goes down, he seems to be able to pop back up, but I'm sure that shoulder is pretty sore. So 2 receivers right and left. Fritzler in the backfield. Fritzler is going to be an inside handoff at the 50, at the 45, at the 40, and he will get first down territory for the Mustangs. Nice play there for the Mustangs.
He did a really nice job with a stiff arm to push one person away.
And that was a 4th down that they picked up. They got it down to the 37. And this will be the end of quarter number 3 as the clock runs. So we will take a 1-minute break and be back with quarter number 4. The Mustangs trail at 58-14 on Morgan County's B106. First play here is JJ throws downfield, and that is going to be tipped away from Jaden Carrera.
Yeah, if he could have saw him a little bit earlier and got more under it, he had him for a touchdown. He was 10 yards behind the defenders, but
JJ
set his feet right and get it far enough.
Yep, just kept running as far as he could out to the right side, and then Carrera was covered by the time the ball got down there. So Carrera will go wide left. Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his left here, pass downfield once again, and that is going to be, through the hands of Isaiah Ortiz. I had a defender right there in front of him. I don't know if he deflected it, but it kind of took his concentration off of the ball.
Yeah, there was a lot of hand fighting there. He had hold of the defender's jersey and was tugging and pushing and just couldn't get him moved out of the way and get to where he could catch that ball.
So Isaiah Ortiz split wide right. Broden Jess at the hash marks on the right side. Chisholm wide left with Frankie inside of him. Fritzler's going to be a receiver in the slot. JG rolls out to his right, a lot of room. He's going to pull it down and run at the 30, at the 25, at the 20, and goes down inside the 15. So JJ gets it down to the 13-yard line, so 1st and 10 Fort Morgan.
Just his second run of the night. And I was hoping that he would slide. I didn't want him to take any chance of getting hit from behind or on the side on that shoulder.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be scared to take off running when need be, so dual receivers right and left. JJ back again, going to roll out to his right. The 15, at the 10, at the about the 7-yard line. Went down on his right shoulder this time, so comes out of that okay. Second down. And 5 at the 7.
8.
8.
Yeah, they've Fort Morgan's line has done a good job of slowing down that rush, although I'm sure a lot of the starters are out. But still, you know, they know that he's going to pass, and they're pushing hard to get back there to him.
JJ looks out to his left. Oh, and it's going to be short, and then he goes down. Looks like they must have brought some defensive backs, number 22, on the blitz coming in here.
Yeah, I guess if your lineman can't get to him, you got to send a linebacker or a safety on a blitz, and he got to him, knocked that ball down. Didn't really have a chance.
8:37 and counting here, period number 4. This fourth period is brought to you by Rudy's Tires. With several locations across the area, there's always a Rudy's Tire locations close by.
JJ down 6 for 21.
3rd and 5. JJ rolls out to his right. Little dump pass to Fritzler, and it's going to be enough. Going to be just short for the first down. It will bring up 4th down. 4th and 2. From the 5. So we'll see if they can pick up a couple of the yards here, keep this drive alive here. As they're 5 yards away from pay dirt, but 4th and 2. Frankie in motion left to right. He's going to cut up. JJ rolls out to his left. He's going to cut back up, and I don't think he's going to make it. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So the Mustangs will come up short of getting into the end zone. JJ gets up holding that shoulder once again. So 7:17 and counting here. The clock continues to
Imagine
roll.
ice packs and tonight and tomorrow, and heat packs starting Sunday. Get some therapy on that shoulder.
I know he's still looking for, one more week of football, but he's also looking forward to a little basketball and some baseball in the springtime. So, but 1st and 10 from their own 5. Handoff inside.
Different quarterback.
At number 9. Aaron Gomez.
I think I'm going to give up on stats for Pomona because we'll just have a bunch of sophomores and people, and I don't want to take my shoes off and count.
I don't want you taking your shoes off either. Oh. The 2nd and 7 from the 8. Two receiver left and right, 2 backs in the backfield. Going to be a handoff, going to be a keeper by Gomez. As he gets it out across the 15 to the 20. He will, 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. 11-yard scamper there by Aaron Gomez. He is a senior. First and 10 from the 19, and there Gomez comes back in from the sideline with the play from his head coach Nate Johnson. Receiver left and right, two backs in the backfield between or on each side of the quarterback Gomez. As they await the back judge, he puts his hand up. Handoff, going to be a keeper once again up the middle. Slips the tackle out across the 20, the 25, the 30, the 40, the 45, and finally going to be knocked out of bounds by Isaiah Ortiz in Mustang territory.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he'd be a really fast runner. He's kind of short and stocky, but man, he went on that one and got some wheels.
Yeah, he's trying to catch some air right now. He's bent over there trying to get his breath. I do that just going up the stairs to get into the booth. They got some speed on this team. He'll be leaving though. He is a senior. As we await with 4 minutes to go here, as they await the back judge. Not sure where the referee was walking up there, but a handoff around that right side at the 40, at the 35, and downfield enough. It'll be close to a first down. Isaiah Sierra. It is a first down, 1st and 10. Just did pick up 10.
Looks like Pomona has someone that went off the field injured.
Looks like he's working that leg a little bit.
Yeah. Got off on his own accord before they had to call a timeout for him.
So 58-14 Pomona. Just over 3 minutes left here. I don't know if they don't feel the need to maybe take a knee here, but receivers left and right, inside hand. No, it's going to be a keeper once again by Gomez. Slips a tackle at the 20, at the 30, down to the 25, and finally goes down. There's a flag. Comes in late. Free popcorn for Kevin. What a deal, huh?
Yeah, don't have to stop and get a snack on the way home.
Personal foul targeting on Fort Morgan.
Well, after all of this, I think they certainly could feel comfortable taking a knee, and
Well, I would hope so.
but you know, when you got kids that they're seniors, and this might be the last chance they get to play. If you get into the playoffs, and if you're not a starter, you may not play. You got to come out here and play football too.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 from the 12. Under 2 minutes left here. 58-14 Pomona. Going to be it's going to be a keeper by Gomez around that right side. Slips a tackle and 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 9 on the carry, Aaron Gomez.
So they're cheering like they just won the state championship. Maybe that's just maybe he hasn't been able to play much. So
Maybe it's a Rudy moment.
could be.
You know.
Yep.
Some kids play all 4 years and never really get a chance to contribute, but contribute in practice and other things. And
so we wait the point after as a lineman late coming on. Just over a minute to go here. This second half goes quickly once Pomona got their 40-point lead. And the extra point is good.
he hurdled the line again on that play,
I saw
so
that.
it must be allowed. I would think that would be definitely dangerous for him as well as anyone that he might kick in the teeth on his way over.
So we'll see if they even get a kickoff off. We're down to 30 seconds. They haven't even taken the field. It doesn't look like they're going to
The officials are slow.
run another play. So
They're just lining up at the half.
line up at midfield to shake hands. So this game will come to an end, 65-14. You need a break, or you got some numbers for us once we get?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
We can take a short break here. It's Mustangs will come up short here, 65-14. We will take a 2-minute break and be back with the post-game show. We're here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel, Kevin Rohde back here at Legion Field as the band plays the Fort Morgan fight song. This post-game show is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. Mustangs lose it by a count of 65-14. Mustangs didn't get on the board until it was already a 37-0 game. And the Pomona, they ran into a buzzsaw tonight with this Pomona Panther team. I think they'll probably go deep into the playoffs. But Kevin will give us some numbers from the game.
Yeah, rushing for the game, 19 carries for 98 yards total for the team. That's just divided by between two players. Fritzler ended up with 15 carries for 62 yards, and JJ 4 carries for 36 yards. JJ passed 22 times and 7 completions, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, total of 55 yards. So total offense for the Mustangs is 153. Those passes went to 3 of them to Urias for 40 yards and a touchdown, 3 to Ortiz for 37 yards and a touchdown, and 1 for Fritzler for 3 yards. So I think they probably would have gotten about the same amount as first half if it would have been a running clock, because they were having some success like they did the second half of the second quarter. But, you know, like you said, they just came up against a team that's, well, as Coach Langford said after we beat Mountain View, I talked to him after the game, and he said the next 3 games are going to be against elite teams. And so there are good teams, and then there are elite teams, and these are teams that, you know, are like in the top 8 that are going to make the state playoffs and go far into the playoffs. You know, and Fort Morgan is just not there at this point. They're much improved, I think, over last year, and improved as the season went on. We'll see next week. That'll be a big test to see how far they really got, how they handle a Severance team that you know, does well at times and doesn't do well at times. And it'll be Severance's last home game.
Yep, they're coming off a big win against Mountain View tonight.
Yep.
So
it'll be interesting.
That's for sure. So Players of the Game is brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. For over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit premieraca.com. And our Players of the Game tonight will be our seniors. Senior night, along with first responders and veterans night here at Fort Morgan. And the seniors this year, Juan Sanchez Cavillo, along with senior quarterback J.J. Marquez, Ben Fritzler, Jaden Carrera. He got a little playing time here in the second half as a wide receiver, along with Isaiah Ortiz, Julian Benitez, Leo Caraveo, Oscar Meza, and Broden Jess. So thanks to those young men for their contribution to the Fort Morgan football team over the last however many years they've played, at least the last 4 years, we know, for JJ and Broden, and probably all of them. So tough way to end it here on senior night, but that's the way the ball rolls, I guess. So they will hold their head up and they will go to Severance. As Kevin said, we will go be there with them next Friday night at 7 o'clock and see if they can finish the year out with a win at Severance.
Just a community service. Don't forget to turn those clocks back Sunday morning, Saturday night. You
Yep.
get an extra hour of sleep, but we get to drive home in the dark from,
Yeah.
from now till the end of March. So.
Yep. So that's for sure. So producer and engineer for Morgan Mustangs football tonight has been Christy Creighton. For Kevin Rohde, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score from Legion Field in Fort Morgan, Pomona 65, Fort Morgan 14. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on Morgan County's B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Good night, everybody.